Hey there, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going over Etude 1, page 2. Okay, now where we had left off at the end of page 1, we were in 4th position. That means first finger where our 4th finger usually goes. Now we're on the G string, so where this note D. Now our first finger is there. Okay, and we left off F sharp. F sharp, E, D, B, and now I'll do 3 on the F sharp, 3 on E, second finger D, and then back to first position. B, B flat, A, 2, 1, 1, and give those half notes a lot of vibrato and a lot of that intense sound. Okay, continue Sol A, what we call Sol A. This says cuerda de La. So we stay on the A string. Now let's shift second finger to that G. B is 4th finger. F sharp, E, D. Back down to 3rd. So nice and slow, D to G. Second finger, then B. Back down to 3rd position. And then the slashes, remember we play double. Still in 3rd position. 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. E. E sharp to F sharp, a half step. And make sure you save your bow on that half note. It's 1, 2, 3. 3 measures of half note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Next, the octave. So have first finger down on the G string, right? That note is A. Then on the D string, you should still have 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger down. Even though we're not playing 2 and 3, they should be there to give the space of those other notes that are in between the octave, just to keep the shape of our hand frame and good technique, versus if we just have 1 and 4, it's kind of harder to guess the distance between that octave. So first finger on the G string, 2, 3 on D string, and 4th finger, we have a better chance of staying in tune. Then pizzicato, 3rd finger on the G string, and 4th finger on that C sharp. Now measure 89. G, A sharp. I like to use 4, open, low 1. Then B, B sharp, C sharp, D. 1, 2, 2. And then 3rd finger on that note D. So nice and slow, it would be. And we end up on 3rd finger. Next, it's pretty much straightforward. Now when we do these string crossings, try to think ahead of the string crossing. So your arm kind of prepares right before you even play the note. Right here too, back to the E string. If you're struggling with those string crossings, break it down nice and slow. Practice the movement of changing the string. Then as we continue, remember that the way you practice is going to be the way you perform. So when it gets down to a piano, really, really exaggerate that piano. Now we can get the bow closer to the fingerboard. That's going to help make it softer. And as we crescendo, look at the bow, it's going to go back to the middle. Right here, in between the fingerboard and the bridge, right in the middle. So we would have measure 106. I like to slur those first two 16th notes so we can end up down bow on that accent. If you don't slur it, you'll end up up bow, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But to me, it feels a little bit backwards. So I like to slur. So we can end up down bow on those accents. So slur those first two if you want. And then the fingering, I do 1, 2, 3, 4. E, F, G, G sharp. Then open A. And the fingering as is. Right here, I shift up to third. So that's measure 109, 110. The last note of 110. Shift up to third. Then C sharp to D is a half step. So instead of 3, 4, or any other fingering, I do 3, 3. C sharp to D. Now measure 112. 3, 4, 3, 2. Really bring out those accents. Really exaggerate them when you practice, because when you perform it, you're not gonna exaggerate as much, but they still will come out a little bit accented. So we have back down to third, then a small shift to fourth. Right, so my first finger is locked in fourth position on that note B. I also like to check with the harmonic for intonation. So I have B, C sharp, and D. Right here, fourth position. Then down to first. Shift back up to fourth. And if you're not used to shifting up to fourth position, here's a little exercise to prepare you in shifting to that position and really to help you in all shifts. So let me break down this little part. We have so on paper, it would look like this. The note that we play, invisible note, and the actual note that we play. Next, isolate the shift from F sharp to B. Listen for it first and then slide. Try it again. So you feel the distance from first to fourth. It's a pretty big shift. And once you have that, then we're gonna add the actual notes that we play and still play the invisible notes. Next step, we're going to still do the motion of the invisible notes, but we're not going to play them. Invisible note, and the actual note. One more time. Okay, then little by little, it gets a little faster. And that's how you practice shifts. For any other shift that's giving you trouble, make sure to isolate it, break it down just like that, step by step, and that will help you a lot. Now let's continue, 116. That's where we left off, fourth position. We stay in that position on the next part. First finger on the A string, on the note E, and we can check for intonation with the open E string. Then we have that entire scale. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. All in that position. Then we're going to shift up to 8th position and play A with the third finger, A, B, A. Okay, so the invisible notes, I'm thinking, we had just played that. I'm thinking first finger, the note B to F sharp. Okay, those are the invisible notes. And then G sharp is still, space is still there, and we actually play A. So on that scale, nice and slow. Invisible notes. And then the actual notes. Then we reach the first finger, a whole step back. A, B, A. Nice and slow from this scale. Then back down to first position. I recommend staying all in first position for that. Before I was shifting, but it's too many little shifts. It's better to do a big shift. Right here to G on the A string. So we would have G, A, G. 1, 2, 1. Then third finger, G, A, G. You have that octave right there. Again, nice and slow. Then down to fourth. First finger on that note, E. C sharp to D, again. Half step, I would play 2, 2. C sharp to D. Then we stay in that position. F, E, D. On those slashes. One more time, nice and slow from measure 120. Fourth position. C sharp D, 2, 2. Then 4, 3, F sharp, E, D, C, B, B flat. 2, 1, 4, 3. Then A, I would shift up to first finger. And you're locked into that octave. Keep the first finger down. We have A, B, A, B, A. Then where we left that first finger down, again, A, B, A, B, A. It's nice and slow from measure 122. Down to first. Here I like to shift to third. You can stay in first position, but to me that shift doesn't always come out as clean, so I just do third. It's up to you, whatever you can get more in tune and to sound cleaner. And then double stops at the end. Third finger on the note F sharp, fourth finger on the note D. Then we add in the open D for that last chord. It's just a quarter note, but hold it out, ring it out, and play lots of vibrato, forte, lots of bow, lots of sound. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Also, don't forget to join my Facebook group. Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.